What do you do when you really like a woman or girl? You want to ask her out on a date, but you just feel too scared. Maybe it's the fear of rejection, or maybe it's because you like her so much you don't want to screw it up. Or maybe you get really anxious in these kinds of social situations or dating situations, and you're looking for a guarantee before you ask her out. A lot of people will tell you that you just got to go for it. Just ask her, stop wasting time, dive in the deep end. Although there's some truth to that, it just doesn't really help when the nerves are too much, when you're too invested and too attached to the outcome or too afraid of what the outcome might be. So I'm going to give you an alternative, a smaller step that you can take to test the waters before you ask her out. So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can DM a woman or girl that you are interested in, that you would like to get to know on a more personal level. Maybe you know her through your work or through school, or maybe through mutual friends. These are scripts that you can use even in, honestly, you could even use this as a cold DM with a woman that you don't even know. It's so common these days. It'll definitely decrease your chances of getting a response if you don't know her at all, but it works better than most of the other messages that most other guys and men are sending. So let's get into them. Number 1. I noticed you fill in the blank. I also fill in the blank. Do you have a favorite fill in the blank, or do you have a recommendation for fill in the blank? The reason why I like this script is because it shows that you have taken an interest in who she is as a person, plus you have a shared hobby or a shared interest. When you have a shared hobby or shared interest, it just makes it easier for the conversation to flow back and forth. And it establishes that you might actually have something you could enjoy doing together if you did decide to take it to the next level and ask her out on a date. Number 2, I need a woman's advice. And I think you are really fill in the blank with a compliment. What do you think about fill in the blank? When you give the compliment, keep it something like her hobbies or her interests. Don't comment on how pretty she is or how beautiful she is. That's uncomfortable for a lot of women. It is okay to talk about her fashion sense. A lot of women do actually enjoy that. If you say you've got a great sense of style, oh, what do you think about one of these 2 shirts? It's a little more obvious what you're up to if you ask her for fashion advice, but it can still be really cute and charming. If you don't want to be so obvious, just stick with hobbies or interests. It makes it sound more professional or more oriented towards school, something like that. But again, you're showing that you're interested in her opinion and what she thinks and how she feels about things. You're interested in who she is as a person. Number 3, there's 2 parts to this. So the first part is you're going to want to find a piece of content, something like an article, a piece of music, a YouTube video, something that you think she would enjoy, appreciate, or value, something that's relevant to her based on what is generally public knowledge about her. You don't want it to be too personal unless you know her in a more personal level. And then you're going to send it with a short message. Something like this. I remembered you. Fill in the blank. I thought you might like this. Have you seen it? or something like, what do you think about this? So with the content, you definitely want to keep it on the shorter side. That way she can look through it quickly and get back to you quickly because you're asking her for her opinion. So you're inviting her into conversation to get to know her a little bit more. What I really like about all three of these scripts is that you're not making it romantic. It's a very just friendly, an invitation to get to know each other a little bit more on a personal level. You're doing a lot more than a lot of the other guys that send DMs to women, and you're making it personal. You're making it valuable. You're establishing a genuine connection instead of just, I think you're pretty, or, hey, angel face. Some of the stuff. That's it for today's video. See you next time. Itchy.